The security environment surrounding the Japanese archipelago has undergone a fundamental transformation in recent years, necessitating a radical reevaluation of national defense strategies. The Pacific Ocean, once considered a vast natural moat providing safety, is now the stage for a technological arms race that challenges the established balance of power. At the center of this strategic shift lies the rapid development and deployment of hypersonic glide vehicles by neighboring nations, particularly the DF-17 and the longer-range DF-27 systems. These weapons, capable of traveling at speeds exceeding Mach 5 while executing complex maneuvers within the atmosphere, render traditional ballistic missile defense calculations obsolete. In response to this emerging reality, Japan has initiated one of the most ambitious naval projects in its post-war history. This is the construction of the Aegis System Equipped Vessel, commonly referred to as ASEV. This platform represents not merely a replacement for the previously canceled land-based Aegis Ashore system, but a significant leap in maritime capability designed to serve as the ultimate shield against the next generation of aerial threats. To understand the strategic gravity of the ASEV, one must first appreciate the magnitude of the engineering undertaking. The two planned vessels are projected to possess a standard displacement of approximately 12,000 tons, with a full load displacement that could approach 20,000 tons. This sheer scale places them among the largest surface combatants globally, surpassing the size of the Maya-class destroyers and rivaling the dimensions of the Chinese-type Euro-55 Renhai-class cruisers. The decision to build such massive hulls is dictated by the requirements of stability and power generation. The vessels must operate for extended periods in the rough waters of the Sea of Japan and the Pacific Ocean, while providing a stable platform for high-precision sensors. Furthermore, the immense power demands of the next-generation radar systems necessitate a floating power plant capable of sustaining operations without compromise. The technological heart of the ASEV is the SPY-7 V1 radar system manufactured by Lockheed Martin. Unlike the passive scanning radars of the previous generation, the SPY-7 utilizes gallium nitride technology in an active electronically scanned array. This material science innovation allows for significantly higher power density and efficiency, enabling the radar to detect, track, and discriminate targets at ranges far exceeding the capabilities of the current SPY-1 sensors. The ability to distinguish between actual warheads and decoys or debris is critical when facing modern missile threats. This continuous wave illumination capability ensures that the ASEV can maintain situational awareness over a vast area, effectively acting as a mobile information node that integrates with the broader sensor network of both the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force and allied units. This advanced sensory capability is paired with a formidable arsenal housed within a vertical launching system comprising 128 cells. This capacity equals that of the South Korean Sejong, the Great Class, and exceeds the typical loadout of most Western destroyers. The primary mission of this arsenal is multi-layered air defense. The Standard Missile 3 Block 2A serves as the outer layer, designed to intercept ballistic threats outside the atmosphere. However, the unique trajectory of hypersonic glide vehicles, which fly at lower altitudes and maneuver unpredictably, demands a new solution. This has led to the acceleration of the Glide Phase Interceptor program, a joint development between Japan and the United States. The GPI aims to neutralize hypersonic threats during their most vulnerable gliding phase, filling the critical gap between exo-atmospheric interceptors and terminal defense systems like the Standard Missile 6. Beyond purely defensive measures, the ASEV reflects a subtle but profound shift in Japanese defense policy towards possessing counterstrike capabilities. The vertical launch cells are expected to accommodate the upgraded Type 12 surface-to-ship missile, which features an extended range exceeding 1,000 kilometers and potentially U.S.-made Tomahawk cruise missiles. This integration transforms the vessel from a purely reactive shield into a platform capable of striking hostile missile launch sites and command centers if an attack on Japan is initiated. This capability is framed strictly within the constitutional limitations of self-defense, serving as a deterrent to discourage potential adversaries from considering a first strike. The logic is that an effective defense must include the capacity to deny the enemy the ability to sustain an offensive. The operational concept of the ASEV also addresses the demographic challenges facing the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force. With a declining working-age population, recruiting sufficient personnel is a growing concern. The design of these new ships emphasizes high levels of automation, allowing for a crew complement of approximately 240 sailors, which is significantly fewer than what would traditionally be required for a vessel of this tonnage. This focus on human-centric design extends to improved living quarters, with individual cabins for crew members to ensure rest and morale during long deployments. This aspect highlights a modern understanding that the sustainability of a weapons system relies as much on the well-being of its operators as it does on the hardware itself. The financial investment required for this project is substantial, with construction costs estimated in the hundreds of billions of Japanese yen. Critics may point to the high price tag, but proponents argue that the cost of deterrence is significantly lower than the cost of conflict or the catastrophic loss of a major urban center. The deployment schedule, with the first vessel expected to be commissioned around the fiscal year 2027 and the second in the following year, aligns with the predicted timeline of regional military modernization. The ASEV is designed to operate as a persistent presence at sea, freeing up other Aegis destroyers to form protective screens around the carrier groups centered on the Izumo and Kaga-class vessels. In the broader geopolitical context, the introduction of the ASEV serves as a stabilizing factor in the Indo-Pacific region. By deploying a defense system capable of neutralizing the coercive potential of hypersonic missiles, Japan aims to prevent any single nation from achieving a decisive offensive advantage that could encourage adventurism. The vessel acts as a technological statement that the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force retains its edge in high-end naval warfare. It demonstrates a commitment to maintaining the status quo through technological superiority and strategic resilience. Ultimately, the Aegis System Equipped Vessel represents the culmination of post-war Japanese naval philosophy, blending cutting-edge American technology with domestic engineering excellence to create a unique solution to a unique threat. As the threat landscape evolves from simple ballistic arcs to complex hypersonic maneuvers, the defensive posture of Japan evolves with it. The ASEV stands not just as a ship, but as a floating fortress dedicated to the preservation of peace, ensuring that the skies over the archipelago remain secure in an era of unprecedented speed and uncertainty. The success of this program will likely define the maritime security architecture of East Asia for decades to come.